Following on from auditions in November, it's now March, and this brings us to the next phase of the project. The Grimsby team has welcomed the dance team from Freiburg, and together over the next 10 days they will devise a brand new piece of contemporary dance which they will showcase at a brand new festival in Grimsby called Grimsby Creates Noise. On Tuesday the 8th was the first day of rehearsals. So they met for the first time in the Minster and just got to know each other a little bit of team building, just doing some warm-up routines and getting to know their bodies and how they can move a little bit and just getting used to the performance space.
I really like tigers.
I really like traveling, so it's really nice that this theater actually offers us to travel to different countries.
There's lots of different personalities coming together. It's really lovely to see each individual flares of everyone's personalities.
It was so easy to talk to people and it just kind of clicked, so everyone is really amazing.
I really love to train with other people that actually are strangers to me, because I cannot express my feelings with my words a lot, and when I see them move, I can express my feelings through movements than with my words.
Meeting the German dancers was really great, and it was cool to see some of them are not from Germany or where they're from, so it was really cool.
Maybe let's go for another round, but really fast, okay?
Yeah, and you have to say it loud.
And really loud, really loud. And if somebody says your name wrong, then you just stand there and then you just run. Stare at it. Bartolo. Stehen.
Oh, wow. Yannick.
So I have everybody takes a paper and you divide the paper in half, and then it's about one truth and one lie. Ooh. So for example, I write down I have 3 nipples and I'm Asian.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a experience.
Oh, really?
It's great, and there's the same energy and vibe of the people. And I also love the place where we are rehearsing, because I didn't think we'd be actually in the location.
This church is so special. It's somehow a really special place, but it's also safe, so we can relax here, we can go really into deep content.
We said we want to perform on public spaces. This is the best interpretation of a public space for me.
The group has their own dynamic. I think they're really easy to work with because they all have this professional attitude, and you don't have to go so much after them.
I wasn't sure what to expect movement-wise today. I came in optimistic, and it was actually really nice just to move in a different way, because stylistically it's quite different to what I'm used to doing. So it's nice to kind of push myself and try new things.
They are simple, but we have to be precise with the positions. But you will see later when we shoot it that we don't take too much space, but it's not so complex. So the first one is a wave with your chin. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go right, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1.
I'm looking forward to seeing how we piece together this performance work, to see our growth as a group from the beginning, just learning small choreographies, and then seeing how we each come together and put in ourselves to that choreography, seeing how everybody contributes to that and how that then presents us all in the end as this one big like union, and how, I guess, just being in that moment of performing.
I think we're gonna have an interesting and a really special performance, also because of the location, of course, and the topic that also can, of course, relate to situations that are currently going on all over Europe, all over the world. I think it's gonna give also a special meaning and a special touch to the piece at the end. The first phase is collecting material together, finding a topic with the youngsters, and then get into the creative process, like move together, see how the different dance backgrounds also come together, how we kind of place them together to build a nice piece at the end.
And in every small production we had different topics. What was very nice, all of them were very serious with the topic. So it's a topic which belongs to them, but also for our society, because we have a war in Europe and we have to think. And we are really in a dilemma. So they took it very serious, and I appreciate this very much.
It all makes sense to me.
Does patterns work?
I would say copy.
Because Mustern in German is watching someone, but then also trying to make sense of him, right?
Yeah.
Putting him into shapes, putting him into personality.
But I like the word. If maybe there's like a comma on not living as one has to live to be able to live here.
Yeah, but this is the situation. There is something.
We, the following generations, inherited the question like a curse. Today we took the bus all together to the beach to film 3 or 4 choreographies that we've been working on. So it was kind of nice to draw attention to like what we're doing and also be all together in an environment where we've not been working. It was almost like a mental break because it's very intense working weekly. Just a change of location was a breath of fresh air, literally, to be on the seafront, so it was lovely.
The moment when we were standing on the beach, waiting for kind of like the count to start, I think the weather today and the wind and the whole kind of like atmosphere at the beach brings a lot into kind of like the videos we were making.
Trying to really be social together. Everything is so nice and people around us helps us every time actually.
Like one classic and one like, oh! Lovely. What's the difference between a duck? Oh yeah. Okay, one more like this. Okay. Exactly.
The mirrors are a little bit facing us, so present the dilemma. So can I look in the mirror and do I have an okay feeling, or do I think, oof, I would have been, maybe another decision would be better. So the mirror is a reflection, and I think it fits very good to this topic.
The mirrors are actually like a reflection. So there's always one person inside, and then, for example, in the piece is person outside as well. So then the people are reflecting themselves, and then you have maybe something that you're scared of and you see it as your reflection.
When you're in the mirror, it feels like you're in your own world. As soon as you step out of the mirror, for me, it's a whole different world. Like, if you're in the mirror, it's like almost like limited. You're limited, but when you come out, it's more freedom for me.
We're really getting into deep subjects which wasn't a part of the topic when we first started the project. So it's nice to see how much we're involving and really making sure that we can all be collaborative. So I think what we envisioned is going to be so different to what's going to happen now, and that is exciting to see.
The mirror is going to represent at one point a dilemma situation which the people who are outside have to face, but also as a reflection and looking back to the situation. So you always have this mirror you're looking back to, but also as a representative of a dilemma situation.
If you imagine you are in a dilemma situation, you know you have to decide, and you know you have to hurt, whether yourself or others, and then we create something like a red line, emotional-wise, and they put their own stuff in. So it's a very based on participation.
It's really deep and sometimes hard to control, but I mean, those are like the genuine feelings, right? So you just have to let it out, and I think it will be really a good performance.
So we only need to make this the 8.5 that it needs to be to get across.
So you divide into groups, 7 and 6, total mixture, and you can go behind the first goals, and you come in this side and in this side. And what I really would like a zipper. So one group is coming here, 1, 2, 3, and you create one line in front. So can we try? It's very slow. So make 2 groups. So imagine that you are in the steel, so that it makes sense. Okay. Half of you go on this side, half of you on this side. Okay? And now you come, switch sides behind and come in front again.
What means switch sides? So we come from the same side that we came from the first time?
Only in front and meet here in the middle. Yeah, can we try again?
Yes.
From the beginning.
From the beginning.
Die Placements, ja. Deswegen sieht es auch so aus.
Nick, can you switch off light? You have to come like this and then go in front. And it disturbs totally the duet here. Is it possible for you to come from inside into front?
Yeah, I do that. I just get in before anyone opens the door.
Yes.
Because if they open the door, then you start.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you get in quite quickly.
Because otherwise you came like this, end to end, and then it was like it is disturbing.
Good evening and welcome to yet another cultural event at Grimsby Minster. It's wonderful to welcome friends from Grimsby and much further beyond to the borough to enjoy a world-class spectacle in our majestic Minster.
I'm really looking forward to seeing the performance this evening. For many years there's been an abundance of talent throughout Grimsby and throughout North East Lincolnshire. We've been a little bit too humble about our talent and what's good about the area. Well, we're Alan truly smashing through the ceiling and talking positively about our area in Grimsby and all the good that's happening in Grimsby.
Wow. Cool. So.
We'll make them do it.
Moments of scattered consciousness.
Des Tages der war.
Of the day that was. Before.
Ich.
Me.
Du.
You. See yourself in your own reflection.
Spiegelbild.
Searching.
Suchen.
Wanting to find answers.
Suchen.
Feeling fear.
Angst fühlen.
Fear of something that we cannot understand. which create a dream of family, a dream of community, a dream of a city, and a dream of a country. Finally, a dream for all of humanity will continue to be spilled in Europe and in the world. You and I see myself in you. The rupture through the world, through time.
Grimsby Creates Noise is a new festival taking place in Grimsby this weekend, bringing together the work that Magna Vitae are doing as part of the People Power Partnership and our collaborations with people like the North East Lincolnshire Music Hub. This event is part of Grimsby Creates Noise, and that's part of the Grimsby Creates programme, which is a big investment from Arts Council England in bringing creative activity to Grimsby. And there'll be lots of other different things happening over the next year or so, really bringing fun and creative activity to Grimsby.
This is the end of phase 1 of the project, so all 13 partners have now done their individual performances, and it's about bringing that together now with partners. So Grimsby will team up with 3 other cities from across Europe. They'll meet in Freiburg later this year, and they'll do their part of the full performance, which is being premiered in Freiburg in September. We look forward to developing that with them and bringing it back to Grimsby in 2023.
Now they are working with one group, the Freiburg dancers, but then they are working with 3 other groups from the whole of Europe and developing a large-scale production. I think for them it will be a very great experience.
Another show tomorrow.